Hey guys, it's Will here with Bryce. Say hello, Bryce.
Hello.
Hello. We are coming at you in an impromptu, out of the blue video because Games Workshop just dropped their big preview, and there is a crap ton that we're gonna look at here.
Space Marines rejoice!
Yeah, Bryce has apparently seen more than I have. I just woke up like 2 hours ago and did a bunch of stuff around the house. So now I'm getting my first glimpse into it. But you guys haven't seen Bryce or heard from Bryce in a while. So why don't we just give Bryce a little moment here to kind of tell us what's been going on with modeling or hobbies or what up on his side.
Well, with the coronavirus running around, I died. Mostly because I got sick for a while. I didn't get the virus, but I was banned from basically everything. Kind of sucked.
Here, 3D.
And locked in my house.
Nice. You're painting Space Marines.
In that time period, have almost finished painting a 1,500 point Imperial Fist army
Nice.
that I purchased like 2 years ago and finally got off my butt to paint. For all you people that love painting, yellow is a catastrophe to paint with, and I would recommend any other color but yellow.
Yellow. Yellow means he's mellow.
Granted, Space Marines look off.
So with that, guys, we're gonna hop right into the first video here. So we're gonna pop it up and speak our minds as we see it, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll move on to the actual document that Games Workshop put out.
In the darkness between the stars, the weak and the faithless find no deliverance.
So I saw this when I woke up, but my screen was really dark because the sun was right in my face. Just like that. Of course, it's a female.
We are raised to believe that the God Emperor watches over us all.
It's a sister's battle, man.
Well, no, the guardsman.
And so we are charged
that
to
was
cleanse
sorry.
the mutant, the heretic,
Nothing wrong with that.
the alien.
This seems, Games Workshop is definitely putting a lot more effort into this.
We must not falter. We are his sword. We are his wrath.
I love how it's actually
statue.
so that a regular human in power armor cannot
Even in the
crush
face of
a
death.
Necron skull.
Well,
We shall not
it's
submit.
power armor, so it should still have like the framework to be able to give you some extra strength.
Yeah, but it is power armor versus basically armored body.
Yeah, I guess
I like
their
This
metal is
our
special, but
prayer.
yeah. It's
This is
sisters though,
cool.
it's the Imperium, they're supposed to be godlike.
Faith is our armor.
See, they should have got these guys to make the Space Marine movie.
In
Like, she
battle,
prays, and
he
then her
offers
hand
us
stops
redemption.
melting, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, well, that's
Gives
how
them
they're
grandiose understanding that the Emperor really is looking out for them.
And for those who prove worthy, the Emperor sends
That
forth
looks like
his
Star.
angels.
See, if
Necron no longer has head.
If
This is
was
the
shown
big
to
thing
me
that
and they're
people-
like, this is the new Dawn of War.
Our Imperium is besieged. Across 1,000 worlds, we fight for our survival. Those that would tear humanity down are legion. Our forces are few. Our enemies, many. There is no respite. There is no mercy. And in our darkest hour, a spiteful universe awakens forgotten evils to break us.
Another primary.
The galaxy burns. Yet still we stand, the last bulwark against the terror. And while we draw breath, we will fight. For in this new dark age, there is only war.
a Necron be a beefy boy.
Hey guys, that was the 40. That was the big thing. This is the trailer for the new edition of Warhammer 40k. The audio may have been a little bit too loud. I may have been a little bit too loud, but I couldn't hear Bryce, so I may have talked over him. So I apologize for that. We'll give Bryce a chance to actually speak here. So
I saw maybe we'll get some new rules for the sisters, maybe not. I did enjoy the fact that the sisters silhouetted some of their powers, like when she prayed, her hand stopped melting or disintegrating or whatever you want to call it, which is very, very feels like they're miracles, right? It gives off the same vibe. Primaris with shields and swords. Oh shit. I don't know if that's a character or a unit yet. We'll probably find out in a minute or two. But from what I can tell from that, well, damn. You know what? I'm going to have to rebuild my Black Templars again. Because, frankly, they were cool, and Primaris is awesome, but the way they were in this edition, they don't mix with Primaris at all. Well, they do and don't. If you want to make an army that's literally melee for them, Primaris is probably not the best way to go.
I see the video proved. I loved it. Again, like I said during the video, if someone showed me this and said this is a new video game, like a new like this was Dawn of War 3, it would blow my mind. Like, these were the people that should have done the Space Marine movie. Like, Games Workshop is upping their game for animation, which is beautiful because of how much money we freaking give them. We should be getting this. But yeah, I'm on the same page with Bryce here with the sisters. Like, I am loyalist scum in 40k and Khorne in Age of Sigmar. It was awesome to finally see sisters are now, like, not just, you know, like, fangirls. Like, they're not just an army that everyone loves but never sees. And again, it proves my theory that whenever a sisters thing comes out, it's always at the end of an edition. They never get like a year's worth of life before the game ends.
Well, apparently with the edition update, it's going to hold a great deal of the old rules and mix in some new ones. So that means, unlike our jump from 7 to 8, where it was like, oh, you know that 7th edition rulebook? Well, you're going to throw that out a window today, because it's practically useless now. And apparently they're going to keep a whole bunch of the 8th edition rules going into 9. But they are going to tweak a lot of things.
Which is weird because they came out and said that 8th edition was supposed to be the final edition of Warhammer. Like, they only would FAQ shit and it would be the base game. But
yeah, well, you expected something like that to happen when GW's involved in a money-making scheme.
I don't know, there was like a year that they were actually doing good.
Well, anyways, you know, all
move
good
on to the website here.
And get out your checkbooks, boys. The new rule book's around the corner.
So we're on the new screen here. So this is the Games Workshop talk after the video. So with the new video, they had a new website. I have yet to check it out. We have it pulled up later on in one of the tabs. 40k Preview Online, we've unveiled a website that's dedicated for the upcoming games release of the new edition. Your go-to platform to learn about all things you can look forward to, from factions overviews to new rule highlights and much more. Also be able to watch the full version of the introduction of the war. Ooh, there's a full version. Coolio. But this is just a starting point as we get... Ooh.
No, that was my mic. I muted to talk to a family member.
Finally, new website, but we have this here that I didn't see. It's a download for the FAQ stuff, so we can read that later. But if you guys want to check out some new stuff, it's right here. Just click this button and it'll usually pull it up. But with that, we'll go on to our next tab here, which we should go... Video.
Hello, what happened? That's a Necron.
That is a Necron.
Looks like the Necrons are getting an update.
Yeah, like I saw, it was like the big thing was Necrons. Ooh, that's new Tezrat Vault.
Well, they're getting that new character that was shown in the video. There he is. Considering most of this stuff only came out about 7 or so hours ago, it's difficult to find.
Video.
Oh, here we go. I know this one. Rejoice, brothers! Primaris now have chain swords!
Yeah, freaking I hope the sisters are you're able to get them chain swords like they used to be able to.
The sisters need it, because Melee Squad used to be one of their things.
Yeah, like it's still that thing. Salt intercessors. We're
So
good.
it's time for Black Templars to reawaken their melee skills.
Then we have our Necron here.
Wonder if they'll get jump back.
Polio.
Yeah, the Necrons are getting revamped.
That face
But
is
to
so
be fair, they
dirty.
don't look a whole lot different. We'll have to wait and see.
Are they gonna make it where you... Oh. That face is still derpy.
I've seen a lot of people that really do enjoy the Necron faces.
It's so funny. Like, it's not bad, it's just funny. I like how they removed the rods from the guns.
Oh, those green colored rods?
Yeah. Because people used to buy third-party stuff to put in them instead of those green rods.
Orange rods and other things like that. I've seen.
Yeah. So now you can't do that anymore. I'll do one more video. I think that's all it. There's this last one here. There's a new series. And then I didn't think about the ninth thing. Let's do the series. What is this? What is this here? Wars Galaxy.
Oh, you should show them the what we expect from 9th edition video that I caught this morning.
Yeah, the nine great things. Oh boy. Actually, that guy's not a bad writer.
I enjoy all the Warhammer books, so I'm kind of jaded.
Let's see what this is.
Hello and good day. My name
boy.
is James Workshop, and I am here
It's
to
the
tell
workshop
you, yes, you.
Yeah, well, here we go. Listen to this
About
stuff.
the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. Are you ready? You had better be. Now strap yourself in and let us begin. I love it when it rhymes. 1. Warhammer 40,000 has been polished to perfection. Thousands of hours of feedback and innovation have refined the game you love into a gaming experience as smooth as a Necron's shiny head.
Yeah, except that
The most
head's
immersive
been
system for
around
narrative play
for 3,000 years and got sand all
The
over it.
all-new Crusade system links your games, earn battle honors, experience, and new rules for
That's
your
gonna be fun.
army.
I can't wait
It's
to play
time
narrative
to
campaign.
toughen up, kid. Take your recruits from green to mean. 3. Everyone loves command points, so now
I
everyone
like when they
gets
had
more.
army specific rules,
Expect
on
less
command
soup and
abilities.
more super soldiers.
You know what this means, boys? Space
4.
Marines are both
Tanks
taking
are
off,
back
but they get
on
more
track.
command points.
Your armored behemoth's been getting bogged down by pesky horrid grots or squishy gaunts. No more. Tanks can shoot in combat. Blast
That's
foes
gonna
at
hurt
point
the
blank
game.
range and keep on rolling.
Guardsmen.
5.
We heard you
Terrain's
like
been
guardsmen.
rebuilt from the ground up. Want to
Maybe I
defend
can
the
play my
building, getting
Destroyer.
bonuses while you do? Absolutely. Want to sneak up on your opponent using terrain to block their line of sight? We've got you covered. Want to run screaming at your opponent with your chainsword raised and a hymn to the Emperor on your lips? Not completely relevant to
Black
this section of the
Templar.
video, but also, yes. 6. Warhammer 40,000 at every size of game. From lunch break combat patrols with your new army to crushing your friends beneath the iron boots of your full collection. We have balanced the scales. 7. Tactical
Sisters,
power
I
at
just
your
keep seeing those.
fingertips. Strategic reserves have changed, allowing you to strike your enemies from all angles. Think you're the cleverest general among your friends? Time to prove it, sunshine. Hit 'em where it hurts.
Yeah, I want to see what that means.
8.
Gene
Big
Steele.
guns never tire, and firepower feels great. Explosive weapons deal maximum hits to hordes as they swarm across the battlefield. So bring your
Yeah,
favorite
that's
guns
gonna
to the
be-
party and get the
Ooh.
job done. It's time to have a blast. 9. Aircraft take flight. Soar across the battlefield, ignore intervening models, and return for another attack run. It's time for aircraft to feel aircrafty. Pew pew noise is optional, but highly recommended. New Warhammer
Wow.
40,000
Thanks, GW.
coming soon.
Pew,
Pew pew.
that was a thing.
Pew pew noise is optional.
So that's basically it for the big videos that they dropped so far. Yeah,
That
that was
new
a
addition
lot.
is going to see vehicles in a very, very good position.
They keep
Now
showing
being able
sisters.
to fire well in combat and gain max damage versus hordes, vehicles are in a scary position to become very, very, very deadly.
But they're showing a lot of sisters with chain swords, so I want my chain sword sisters.
Never happening. Never, ever, ever happening.
I like that. It's they have an Eldar player playing with Khorne, and then they actually have a Khorne like demon with the same army. So what did you think? What's your takes on this?
The rules are awesome. Tanks are about to be breaking the game again. They did an older edition. Horde armies are going to start flying out the window unless they get some way to counteract the fact that tanks are now going to get maximum, or heavy weapons are now going to get maximum boom when they fire at hordes. I fear the future for orcs.
Well, it can only last for so long. Games Workshop was never going to let orcs have fun times. Yeah.
I heard they were pretty good after Gazpool got launched.
Yeah, but it's only going to last like maybe a max half a year.
Oh, maybe. Who knows?
I'm interested to see the campaign. Maybe they'll actually put more emphasis on like narrative play, not just metagame net list building, like we've seen with the 8th edition.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what's going to happen. GW is always going to have a metagame system for what's good, what's not, what you're going to take max of, what you're not, and that's going to make you competitive. But maybe the game will
I
be.
hope they what?
I'm hoping that the narrative stuff is really interesting. Because GW initially started with a narrative style game. So it'll be interesting to see if they can build us a army style D&D adventure game.
That'd be interesting. If not, we'd have Wrath and Glory, which is actually a pretty good system.
Maybe they're just reintroducing a large scale version of Wrath and Glory to 40k.
Maybe. But I hope they do what they did with Sigmar for points, where it's like you pay like a set amount of points for the unit, and then you just take whatever is on the sheet for weapon gear options. It's like a mix of like power points meets match points.
I don't know what they're going to do with that. We'll see when the codex drops, or when the rulebook drops. Should be very, very interesting to say the least.
Yeah, tanks being a thing. Guardsmen are going to get powered. Space Marines are going to get powered, and Genestealer cults are going to be powered because that whole terrain thing and the deep striking into combat. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of things are going to change in that edition, and we will see what happens to armies as we know it. Heavy weapons just got a monster buff against hordes, just from them saying that they're going to fire their max when they fire at hordes.
Oh yeah, that would be fun to see some like heavy bolters mow down like hordes of gaunts. But
No, but could you imagine, hey, Leman Russ with Baneblade Battle Cannon hits a group of gaunts. Well, the gaunts ding it, so it's kind of takes like 2 or 3 wounds if you don't use a bunch of stratagems. And then the thing turns around, opens up 12 shots, point blank, in combat. That sounds disgusting.
yeah,
Like, you're going to blow away a lot of gaunts.
but I think that's going to be it for the video. We'll talk more later, maybe when they start announcing more rules. When we get closer to release day, our store is open for you guys. We could definitely use your help to come by and pick up some stuff, some supplies, and possibly see our faces. We will be opening events later on in the year. Mike will have official statements for that on the website. On
And when
Facebook.
COVID ends, we can all play.
Well, I'm hoping that soon. If not, we just say be safe. If you want to play and you guys are playing with each other at home and all that stuff, just be safe. You know, like drive and go straight there. Less time on the road, less time you'll get in trouble, and all that stuff. And keep yourself clean and washed. With that, I'm gonna say goodbye here. I'm gonna go edit this thing and possibly talk to Bryce more about painting and gaming. Is there any last things you want to say, Bryce? Anything you want to kind of what's the word? Plug? Anything you want to plug or say before we go?
What I like to say is, hey, if you get armies done and you watch these videos and you are a member of the Facebook group, post photos. I want to see.
You want to see who you're going to be crushing when we open?
No, I want to see who's painting and if it looks nice. Bye.